I can finally talk about it. It's been announced. Announcing the classic race to world first with Method. Yes, indeed. I am going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada on Saturday. I will be flying out to Las Vegas, Nevada to be a part of the big launch stream for Classic World of Warcraft, which is why I've been waiting to talk about this for so long. And many people knew there was an announcement coming. Some people did manage to put it together because coincidentally, a lot of other companies and influencers and all that kind of stuff were announcing events taking place in Las Vegas for Classic. And everyone was like, so you're going to Vegas, right? And I'm like, I can't talk about it because the Method thing hadn't been announced yet. And I'm so excited for this. Because this is not like the race to world first for the raid. Because that's a very sort of like, it is competitive, but it's also like very mechanical oriented. We can look at all those kind of things. This is like just a celebration. And what better place to have it than Las Vegas? Because yeah, I'm sure people are going to come up and say, hasn't the race been done before? Yeah, of course it has. It's been done ages ago. That's not the point. The point is to celebrate something that so many people around the world have been looking forward to for so long. And drinking that in and getting as many people as possible together to have fun with it, share stories with it, and be like side by side with everybody who's going to be taking time off work, everybody who's going to just be chilling and getting a pizza in and just playing some Classic and having this going on alongside with them while they're doing that. And just enjoying the whole thing. I mean, I'm looking forward to it being like an entire party atmosphere for the whole thing that we're going to be there. And I really cannot wait in going down, shooting the shit, telling war stories, right? Real nostalgia stuff, just having fun with it, joining in with the chat as they're leveling alongside everybody else. And not only that competitive edge is there. Although this was done years ago, there's some guys here who've maximized the crap out of speed leveling. In level 16, see exactly what those guys can achieve with the knowledge they have now all these years later, which is why one person I'm really looking forward to, although my boy Deep Shades is there, Potter's there, S-Fan's there, Tips Out is there, all these dudes are there, is actually Trey. Trey is a wonderful person. If you watched any of the World First races, particularly if you watched the Eternal Palace one, you might have noticed occasionally me lying down on this couch at the back when I wasn't casting, like behind Perfecto and Kana. I know a lot of you saw that, but the person I was laying next to and talking to most of the time was Trey. He's at all the World First events and really looks after the guys while he's there. He's like the floor manager while we're there. But he's actually a Classic guy. That's what he is. He's a Classic guy. You've probably seen him playing with Soda and Now and all those kinds of things. And he's big into speed leveling in Classic. And I can't wait to cast him because I've always had him at my side, like in my ear, but never like in front of me on a screen. And that's something I'm really looking forward to as well as catching up with all the dudes and having fun with it. I'm casting with some really cool people. JB's there. Super T's is there. Not casted with Super T's before. Bay's going to be there. Falcone's going to be there. Mr. GM's joining us and Nano's joining us as well. But on top of that, we've got Martin, who I casted with at the Eternal Palace race, was awesome. And Moofs and Darren and Dari. All those guys are going to be there. And they're super fun to be with, which is what we want for this celebration. Because that's how I see it. I see it as a total celebration. So big shout outs to them. And also, I almost wasn't, I was double taking whether to go. This event was mentioned to me in Germany by Sko, actually. He was mentioning it to me, and I was like, God, man, how are we going to cast that? That was my first question, is like, how do we cast that? Because this is nothing like a raid race. How do we cast something like that? And then I was like, you know what we could do? We could do this, we could do that, we could throw some ideas around, and I submitted my ideas to the guys, and hopefully we'll see some of those. Of what could just turn it into like the place to be for Classic, where everybody who's joining in across the world doing these things, and to make it a really fun and exciting atmosphere. I'm hoping there's going to be leaderboards and stuff across EU, US, PvE, PvP, because that's all going to have an effect on the guys getting to 60. And also they're going for Onyxia and Ragnaros as well, which is in the video here. It just show that they're going to go for it. I think it's the Ragnar Firelord returns and Onyxia returns live from Las Vegas with 24/7 coverage. What better way to spend your time? Which is why I did say I'm not going to be there at Classic launch. So I did tell the people that. It's like, I'm not there at Classic launch. I will catch up as soon as I'm back. But this is why. And you might be like, well, can't you play while you're there? You're actually like a massive LAN event for Classic. That's true. But as I said, I was 50-50 on whether I wanted to do this when it was mentioned to me. And the reason was it's not only a financial strain, because obviously no real fresh and up-to-date videos get made. There's no streaming happening. The Patreon falls behind. All these kind of things happen. which really puts a strain on me to work as like endless hours before the event. So I kind of am out of commission weeks before the event preparing for it. And the last one I did was the Eternal Palace at the same time as I was running PreachCon. It was really quite heavy, not on the one side, but on the other side, family wise. I hadn't seen my family properly for weeks because I was preparing for all this stuff, and then I was in Germany. And even when I came back to do PreachCon, I really wasn't here. I wasn't at the house because I was doing PreachCon stuff. So I didn't really get to spend time with my family at all. And massive shouts out to Dari, who was aware of this and I hadn't brought it up to the Method team at all. But they were aware of it. And they're like, you know what? We understand the situation and stuff like that. So I'm going to be taking my family with me to Las Vegas. The boys are going to get to go to Las Vegas. I have 2 boys, if you're not aware of it. I have 2 little boys, and they're going to get to come to Las Vegas for their summer holiday. Which is just the dream. I'm like, okay, I'm sold, dude. I'm totally sold. I'm going to be there. But on the back of that is like, why don't you play Classic there? Well, that's the answer, because I want to share in that experience with my boys. I mean, I don't want to be in Vegas with my family and my wife's just taking the kids on all, to all these amazing places. I want to share in that as well. So if I'm not casting or doing something work related, I'll probably try and spend time with my family, just being in Las Vegas with them and doing things there. So that is a huge plus for me, because not many little boys get to say, oh, what did you do for summer holiday? Well, my kids this summer holiday have been to Scotland. They've been to Wales. They're currently in Ireland. They actually booked time away camping. My family's gone camping because I needed to prepare for not being here for another week, because I will be in Vegas on Saturday for a week. So they've left me. So I haven't actually seen my family for more than 36 hours and coming up to 2 weeks. But I will get to spend time with them in Vegas. So there's like that reward at the end of it for me. So not many little boys, I think, get to say, when they go back to school, will get to say they did that. And it's so cool that I was able to get this opportunity to do that with them. So I'm really, really, really happy about it. I'm really quite happy. So that's going to be happening. As I say, I don't look at it as there is that competitive side, and that's cool. For me, it's the competitive side, but a bit more of just a celebration and a party. Especially as somebody who didn't push Classic. I didn't. I'm on record as that. I wasn't, I didn't go either way. Like, Classic for me was like, if people want it, people want it. I'm not that interested because I did it at the same time. But of course, as you guys know, when I played Classic, I was like, God, this game is fun. It's so much fun. It really is just so much fun. And I'm really happy to be a part of this event as well. I wasn't against Classic. I always have to reiterate that, because some people were like, well, you didn't support it, so you must have hated it. No, I was kind of ambivalent towards either way. Well, now you know. Now you know what's happening. I will be in Las Vegas on Saturday for the Classic launch. And if you want to be a part of what I'm doing in Classics, I will be catching up. I will be back a week after. But everybody else I'm going to be playing with, which I think includes Noble and Co. are all joining our guild, will be on Shazra Horde. And if you check my Discord, which is linked down below, all the details you need are there. We'll be playing with the Stark Industries boys, which I know many of you have met at PreachCon and events like that. Or if you've been in my stream, you've no doubt spoke to them many times or seen them chit-chatting. So I encourage you to check it out if you're looking for a home, despite the fact that Blizzard says Shazra is going to be a nightmare. I don't know whether it will get changed or something. I have no idea. Right now, it's Shazra Horde, so that's all I can tell you. But that's what I'm going to be doing, guys. I hope you tune in. I'm really excited for it. It's just going to be such a blast to spend all this time down memory lane and see what kind of tricks these guys are going to pull out of their pockets, because I know some of them have been like training for this. It's going to be cool, man. It's going to be so cool. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.